Hello and welcome to 10 Minutes USA. I'm Chuck. Let's talk about brainwashing. As far as I can tell, and I guess if after you live long enough, when you're young and dumb and full of, uh, you don't realize it, and you're too busy running around, trying to make a living and trying to make some money, and if you're building a family and and you're gonna have kids and you're trying to buy a house, whatever, you're just too busy. But we've all been brainwashed by the best of the best. This is nothing new. It's been going on. It's called propaganda, socialism, communism, whatever. It's all the same. It's all brainwashing. It's all telling you a bunch of bullshit and lies to keep you in check, and so they can rule over us. And it's sad. It's really sad. I have family members that just, they're hardcore Democrats, and I got nothing against that. I was a Democrat at one time, but I seen the light about 12 years ago. I woke up. Actually, it was longer than that. When 9/11 happened, I watched it live. I was working third shift, and I just got home, and because it happened early in the morning, and the phone was ringing, and I pick it up. And it was my stepdaughter. She says, "You got the TV on?" I said, "No, I just walked in the door." She said, "Put it on the TV." And I put it on the TV. It was on every channel. And only one building had been hit then. And I'm like, "Wow, what?" She says, "Yeah, plane slammed into one of the trade towers in New York." I said, "Wow, man." And then as we're watching it, the second plane hits. I'm like, "Holy crap." I said, "This is not an accident. Something's going. We're being attacked. Something going." She says, "I gotta go." She hung up. She was at work. I said, "Okay." And I watched it a little longer. And about 10 minutes later, the phone rings again, and it's my wife at the time. And she says, "I just got off the phone with my brother." She says, "He told me get to the bank and draw out some money, cash, right now." Now this guy he had the highest security clearance you could have when he was in the Air Force back in the late 70s, early 80s. And he would never talk about what he did. I tried to get him, but he says, the only thing he would tell me, he says, "We have stuff that would blow your mind." He says, "The people have never seen it." He says, I can't talk." So anyway, I said, "Okay." So like I said, I just got home from work, working a whole shift that night. I jumped in the car, I went down, I got some money out of the bank, a couple of grand cash, came back and watched what was happening. I said, "What in the hell is going on?" And then it cuts in that there was a plane, supposed plane, but it wasn't, that hit the Pentagon. It's like, what? I said, "We're under attack." And then, of course, all hell broke loose. Every aircraft was grounded instantly. There was nothing going on. People that lived through it, I don't have to tell you what happened. But that's when I woke up, basically, from the sleep that these son of a bitches have had us in your whole life. And it starts in school. I went through public school I went all through grade school in California back in the 60s and the early 70s, and that's when California was still pretty decent place. I mean, now I wouldn't recognize the place. I mean, when we lived there, yeah, the crazy thing that was going on then, the hippie movement was just starting up, and you'd see hippies around in the big cities here and there. But now, I guess those hippies now are living out on the street and crapping and pissing on the sidewalks and whatever. I don't know. All I know is it's sad, because California, the thing I loved most about it is the weather. Where we lived, we were about 2 miles from the ocean in Port Hueneme, and the weather was perfect year round. In the wintertime, you get a little bit of rain, but it never got real cold and never got real hot. It was beautiful. And as a kid, we lived outside. My mother had to drag us in every night. We didn't want to go in the house. We're out there playing on the sidewalk or on the next street or with the neighbor, whatever. Now you can't even get kids out of the house. They want to sit there just playing friggin' video games. Anyway, we've all been brainwashed your whole life, all of us, by this system. And this system I've been really studying the last 5 years. This system's very old. It goes back thousands of years. It's nothing new. It's a way that a handful of people in this world rule over everybody. And the main way they do it, people that know, I don't have to tell you, but a lot of people don't realize it, is the money system. That's it. The money system is when you have the ability to generate unlimited amounts of money out of thin air and give it to whoever you want, do what you want with it. That's the ultimate power. You can buy and control anybody. And look at the world today. That's exactly what's happening. You can control the markets. I've said this for years. The stock markets actually crashed and burned and have never recovered. In reality, now since 2000. All they did since 2000 is bail out and paper over with the money that they have unlimited access to. And now I got a bad feeling when it crashes probably this year, a lot of people are going to be wiped out because they got all their money, their retirements and stuff in 401ks and retirement accounts. They don't have actual assets. Some people do. Some hold real estate and they hold physical gold or silver or whatever. But the majority, 99.9% of the people don't. And I hope I'm wrong, but they're going to get wiped out. The old people are going to get wiped out. And I think it's going to be a terrible time. And on top of that, what else are they doing? They're trying to get World War III going. That's how their system works, their money system, their fake Babylonian money magic system. It's the ultimate form of control over the human population on this planet. And if you go back and you do your own research, don't listen to people in college, because they're all part of it too. They're told what they have to teach you. There are some here and there that will go off the beaten path and tell you the truth, but usually they get thrown out of their job or whatever. I mean, look at the guy in Canada, Peterson. Tell the truth and they just gang up on you and throw you out. But anyway, people, we need to wake up. That's all I can say. But like I said, I have close family members that they don't believe anything. I said, well, you will soon when all hell breaks loose and we're all hurting. And people don't have work, they don't have a job, they don't have any money, they're losing their house, they lost their retirement. I hope it doesn't happen, but I don't see any way out of it. The whole world is dead. It's run on a fake money system that is going to implode, and when it does, then they bring us to war. Then it starts over. The cycle starts over. You go back through history, it's the same thing. It's a boom, bust, war. Boom, bust, war. It just repeats over and over. About every 80, 100 years. I mean, it varies a little bit, but it's always the same cycle. Because fake money, fiat currency, can only run for so long. And then it just destroys everything. And this is what's in play. And we've all been brainwashed into it. Chasing that all-American dollar that's actually worth about, I don't even think it's worth 2 cents now. If you compare it to what a 1950s dollar would buy to today, it's probably less than 2 cents. But anyway, speaking of 2 cents, that was my 2 cents. Don't let them brainwash you. Think on your own and do the research. Don't be lazy. We have the internet now. It's the best thing ever. I love it for research. I mean, yeah, you can't believe everything, but people that know what they're talking about, I mean, they get a big following and they're spreading the word. I'm trying to do the same. So anyway, see you in the next one. Bye.